we moved things a little bit earlier because it's getting dark earlier and cool, so you guys all have layers for later. Okay, awesome. And if you need to like layer up or layer down during the class, just feel free to step back and do that, okay, if you need to. So I'm Janice. You guys all know that, but in case people watching this don't know. And we're going to do some yoga. So we are doing donation classes. Tonight is for Haven of Hope in Fultonville, and they run a farm and residence primarily for women and their families to kind of help them get back on their feet and stuff. So I like their mission, and they've been around for a while, so hopefully we can help support them in that. So let's just take a moment to arrive on our mats in this moment. Come into a cross-legged position if that's comfortable for you, or legs can be out in front if that feels better. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Tugging the head back just slightly so that the ears are lined up over the shoulders. Tucking the chin just slightly so you're reaching up through the crown of your head. Maybe allowing the eyes to close here if that's comfortable for you. Resting the hands on the knees or beside you on the mat. And taking a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then exhaling through your mouth, maybe letting out a little sigh, releasing anything that you're carrying from the day. We can put all that away for now and just find ourselves here on our mat. Take a few more breaths here, noticing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly, the flow of the breath in and out. And on your next breath, bring your hands to your heart. Just cross your hands right over your chest. And we'll just take a moment here to give ourselves some gratitude for showing up tonight, for doing something for ourselves, for taking the time. We're not always as kind to ourselves as we could be. So tonight you can set an intention for your practice here, or you can just repeat to yourself, may I be kind to myself today. And feel the effect that that has on your body. On your next exhale, release the hands, maybe flutter the eyes open. And we'll start to move a little bit. So inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, turning the palms out, bringing the hands back down to the sides. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms out, hands back down to the sides. Let's bring the arms out in front of us. Retract the shoulders. Interlace the fingers. Flip the palms out away from you. And as you inhale, lift the arms up over the head. If you can't go all the way up, that's okay. Good. That's a great option. Releasing one hand and just going one at a time. And then bringing the arms back down. Let's do that one more time just so that if you did go one arm at a time, we can even things out. Good. Great. And then releasing. Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, we'll move into a twist. So move to your right. Bring the left hand to the top of the right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale as you peel that right shoulder back, opening up through the chest, lengthening through the crown of the head on the inhale. And exhale, if it's available to you, just twisting a little bit deeper, maybe gazing out over that back shoulder. Taking a couple more breaths here. Inhale back to center, lifting the arms up overhead, and moving to the left on the exhale. Setting up your hand position here. Inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head, and exhale, twisting to the left, opening that left chest and that left shoulder. Feeling that twist primarily in the upper back here. On every inhale, we lengthen, and on the exhale, if it's available, twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center. Exhale, palms out, hands down to the sides. Let's bring the hands back to the knees and move the spine a little bit, and then we'll really get moving before it gets too chilly. So inhale as we slide the chest forward. Exhale, arching back. So we're just moving in rotation here. Great. Getting that spine moving in all the ways that it can move and maybe hasn't moved today during the day. Moving with the breath, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Like you're a spoon and you're stirring a big pot of yoga soup. And on your next inhale, changing direction. Moving at whatever pace feels good to you. If you want to go a little faster, that's fine. If you want to slow it down, also fine. Just focus on how that movement feels in your body. And then when you're ready, finding your way back to center, finding that alignment in the spine, taking a moment here. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Take one full breath here, exhaling through the mouth with a sigh. And then we'll move to hands and knees. So remembering that you can pad the knees if this is not comfortable for you by either folding your yoga mat or using a towel or blanket. Knees are directly under the hips, hands, wrists, elbows, and shoulders in line. As you inhale, start to let the belly dip towards the mat, slide the chest forward, tailbone toward the sky. Exhale, arching the back like a Halloween cat. Inhale, sliding the chest forward. Exhale, arching. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And do a few more of those with your own breath. Again, picking whatever pace feels good to you and your body. And then finding a neutral spine again. Let's bring the big toes together, knees wide. Reach the arms out long in front of you. Sink your hips back towards your heels and find your way into child's pose, resting your forehead on the mat. Or if your head doesn't reach the mat, you can stack your fists and rest your head on your hands. And give yourself a little release here as you inhale. Feel the breath as it reaches not just the front, but also the back and sides of the body, expanding and emptying. Take a big inhale, allow yourself to expand here, and on the next exhale, start to slide forward onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and on the inhale, bring your shoulders and elbows towards each other as you contract your back muscles to peel your chest off the mat into your cobra pose. Beautiful. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Remembering this is more about length than height. We're lengthening through the chest. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale, lower. Take an inhale here. Tuck your toes. Start to slide your hands forward a little bit as you start to push yourself up and bring your hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. Feel the biceps roll away from each other as your hips lift toward the sky, and you find that beautiful upside down V shape. Good. Pressing deeply through the thumb and the index finger to keep the hands engaged, maybe pedaling the feet here. And on your next inhale, press your hips high one more time, and then as you exhale, start to step forward to meet your hands in a forward fold. If downward dog is ever too much for you, remembering that you can find yourself in tabletop or in a child's pose as an alternative. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, roll the body up one vertebra at a time, then bringing the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Excellent. Take a moment here, press the thumbs into the chest, reconnect with that breath, reconnect with your heart, and remember your intention or that promise that we made to ourselves that we'll be kind to ourselves today. Lift your toes, spread your toes wide and then plant them back down into the mat to help engage your feet. You're now pressing down through all four corners of the feet, big toe, pinky toe, both sides of the heel. Inhale the arms up overhead as you feel your legs engage, your shoulders roll back. Exhale, turn the palms out, bring the hands back down to the sides. Turn the palms forward. Line the ears up over the shoulders, tuck the chin slightly so you're reaching through the crown of your head in your mountain pose. Finding yourself here tall and strong and steady. Taking another inhale here, all your muscles engaged, standing nice and tall. And exhale, release. Good. Bring your feet just a little bit wider than hip distance. Allow your arms to hang effortless. And start to rotate the upper body, allowing your hands to make contact with the waist and the back. Most of you have heard me say this, but in Qigong, this is called knocking on the door of life. And it's a way to free up some of that energy that gets stuck in our bodies. You can lift the heel as you turn. This will bring it more into the hips. Or you can keep the feet planted and just enjoy that twist in the back. Maybe bring one hand up to tap the chest as the other hand wraps the waist. Maybe going all the way over the shoulder and giving yourself a little pat on the back. Then finding the waist again when you're ready and coming back to center. Good. Take a moment to stretch out our neck. So we're going to tip the right ear toward the right shoulder. And bring that right arm up and just place it on your left ear. You're not pulling or applying any pressure. It's just the gentle extra weight of that hand. As you continue to breathe in and out. Now bring that hand to the back of your head, kind of at the base of your skull. And again, not really pushing, but just allowing the hand to rest there as you bring your gaze toward your left shoulder. You feel that stretch in those small muscles of the neck, these areas that are kind of hard to get into. Inhale, bring your head to center, and then bring your gaze kind of towards your right armpit, keeping that hand where it is. Inhale back up to center. And let's tip that right ear to the right shoulder again. And then this time bring the left arm out and explore that space. We've done this seated before, so you can see how it feels a little different when we're standing. You might find some different areas that need a little touch here. So feel free to stay there if you find something that feels particularly good or like it needs attention, and bring the breath to that area, almost like you're breathing in and out through that part of the body. Inhale here, and as you exhale, you can use your hand if you'd like to assist your head back up to the center. We'll take a moment to just roll out the shoulders here. Take an inhale here, and then exhale as you drop your left ear to the left shoulder, bringing that hand to just rest on top of the right ear. Good. Breathing here. And then bring that hand to the back of the head and just rest it there as you bring your gaze underneath or to the right arm. And then inhale as you lift the head, and then bring your gaze under that left armpit. Very gently resting that hand on the back of the head. Inhale back up to center, and then we'll exhale just that left ear to the left shoulder again, seeing if that feels any different than when we started, and then just exploring the space with our right arm. Getting a nice stretch through that shoulder. Inhale here, and then exhale, coming back up to center. Good. Did you guys feel that in those little fibers of the neck there? Good. And we'll inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring your right arm down to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up as you lengthen and extend over to the right in a side stretch. Great. Inhale back to center, and we'll go to the left. Inhale back to center, over to the right. Inhale back to center, over to the left. Good. And we'll come back up, bringing both arms up, and then exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Let's step to the front of our mat, and we'll go through some flow. So if you want to use your blocks here, I would start by having them on each side of the mat, like bookends, so that they're available to you when you need them. Do you want to use blocks, Kristen? Or you can use these ones if you want. There you go. Just setting them where you can reach them. There will be mostly a rest for your hands to help you maintain your posture and your form in the pose, okay? So we'll inhale here, exhale folding forward, inhale palms to shins, lengthening out through the crown of the head, long spine, halfway lift, exhale fold, inhale step the right leg back, step the left leg back into your plank, exhale lower the knees, lower down to the mat, good, inhale cobra, exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, pedaling out the feet here. Exhale, stepping forward to meet the hands in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling the spine up, bringing the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Let's go through that a couple of times, and then we'll add on to it. So, inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into your plank. Exhale, lowering the knees, lowering down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips and back for downward facing dog. Remembering you can stay in tabletop or child's pose here if you need to. Pedaling out the heels in the inhale. Exhale, stepping forward to meet the hands in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to stand, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Great. One more like that. I'll talk you guys through it, and then we'll add on. So, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into your plank pose. Exhale, lowering the knees, lowering down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Great. Inhale, either finding stillness here or pedaling out the feet if you'd like to. Exhale, stepping forward to meet the hands, as many steps as it takes for you to get there. Hang out here in your forward fold for just a minute. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, either rolling up or reversing that swan dive with a flat back. Coming all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. That was great. So let's add on to that just a little bit. Can you see me okay from there, Kristen? Okay. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into your plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees, lower down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now from here on the inhale, you're going to lift your right leg behind you. It doesn't need to come up high, just to give you a little space here, so that on the exhale you can bend the knee and step the right foot to the front of your mat. Good. So you're in a runner's lunge here. Back heel is lifted. All 10 toes are pointing forward. And as you inhale, start to walk the hands up onto the thigh, or you can put your hands on blocks here. Opening through the chest. If you're upright and you would like to, you can lift your hands up overhead or stay where you are. Exhale, lowering the hands to the mat, stepping back into your plank. Lowering the knees, lowering belly, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left foot behind you. Exhale, stepping the left foot through to the hands into that lunge. Good. As many steps as it takes to get there. If you need to adjust, that's fine. Either staying here on the mat with your hands on blocks or bringing the hands to the thigh. If you'd like, you can inhale the arms up overhead. We'll hold here for just a beat. And then exhale the hands to the mat. Inhale, step back to your plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, step forward to meet your hands in that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. Great job, you guys. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, planting the hands on the mat. Inhale, step back into your plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step it through to the hands. You can widen your stance here, bringing your feet out towards the edges of the mat. That might make you feel a little more steady. Inhale, using your blocks, the mat, or bringing hands to the thigh, maybe up overhead. Exhale, lowering the hands. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through. Staying here, or on the inhale, coming up to the thigh, or arms overhead. Exhale, step back down to the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lowering the knees, lowering down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Great. Inhale here. Exhale, stepping forward to meet the hands. Let's take a moment to hang out in this forward fold. You can use your blocks here to set your hands. You can maybe find opposite elbows with your palms. You can rest the hands on the legs and just hang out here, nodding and shaking the head to release the neck, giving yourself a little well-deserved rest and inversion after all that work. And on your next inhale, coming all the way back up to stand, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center. You guys did great. Let's work on a little strength and balance here in our legs. So we'll start by finding our chair pose. So you can come to the front of your mat. I'll stay this way so that I can show you guys what we're doing. You're going to shift your weight back slightly into your heels so that you can almost peel your toes up off the mat and start to shift your hips back like you're sitting in a chair, keeping the chest rising forward, maybe lifting the arms overhead, or keeping the hands at the heart if that feels better to you. So taking a moment here, and then on this exhale, let's rise back up to stand. Good. So on the inhale, we'll sink down into our chair pose. And on the next exhale, we'll release into a forward fold. So inhale back into your chair. And exhale, maybe exhaling out the mouth, just let it all go. Inhale back up into your chair. And exhale, stand and bring the arms back down to the sides. Great. So let's go a little bit further with that. And we'll move into like a standing pigeon. If you have trouble with the knee, just do what you can. You can always keep the foot down here in more of like a tree variation. So we'll move into our chair pose, either bringing the arms up overhead or keeping them at the chest, whatever's feeling good to you today. And start to put all of your weight into that right foot. And just see if you can lift your knee just a little bit, bringing it towards your chest. and then bring it back down to the mat. Lift that knee again, and this time, if you can, cross that left ankle over the right knee. Good. Keeping that right leg bent. And then release that back down into your chair. Coming up, release the hands. Good. Everybody shaky on that leg? Or is it just me? We'll go back into our chair, planting all of our weight into that left foot, remembering that we're staying kind of back towards the heel as we lift our right leg, and feel free to touch the toes down if you need to. Lower that foot. On this inhale, lift it. Cross that right ankle over the left knee, trying to keep that dip bend in your hips and in the left knee. And then we'll inhale here. Exhale, lower the foot to chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the arms. Awesome. So while we're up here exploring our balance, we'll move into tree pose. So bring your feet a little closer together so your big toes are almost touching here. And you're going to shift all of your weight into the right foot as you lift your left heel and open your left knee, kind of like you're opening a door, so you're swinging that knee open. You can stay here with your toes on the mat. Hands can be on your hips, at your heart, or overhead. Or you can start to bring that left foot up the right leg. Avoiding your knee joint, you can put the foot on the calf or on the inner thigh, and you can use your hand to get it there, that's fine. Finding whatever position feels comfortable for you with the arms. Picking a spot about 2 feet in front of you that's not moving to help you keep your balance. Exhale, release the hands and release the leg. Good. And we'll try that on the left side. So we'll put all of our weight and attention into the left foot. As we lift the right heel, swing that right knee open to the side, pressing that right sole of the foot against our left leg like we're trying to hold something there, something that we really don't want to fall on the ground. And then finding the position of the foot that's comfortable for you, finding the position of the arms. Breathing, always staying with your breath. Exhale, lower the arms and lower the leg. Good job. So let's put that together with the crescent pose that we did during our sun salutations. So we'll start by putting all of our weight into that right foot, bringing the left heel off the mat. Ooh, there's a lump there. And opening our left knee, finding our tree pose. We know we're moving into something else, but it doesn't mean that we want to skip this pose. So we really want to bring all of that integrity and intention into this pose. Inhale from wherever you are. See if you can lift your arms up overhead. And on the exhale, step that left foot back, bending the right knee deeply. Awesome. Knees lined up over the ankle for your crescent pose. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, step up to meet the front foot. Awesome. So now we'll do that on the left side. Planting into the left foot, lifting the right heel, swinging that right knee open. Finding our tree pose. Breathing into the pose. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead if you're comfortable there. And then exhale, stepping that right foot back, bending deeply through the front knee. Awesome. Breathe here. Exhale, step that back foot to meet the front foot, releasing the hands. Good. So let's start from the front of the mat here. And step, let's see, trying to figure out what way you guys are going to end up facing. So we'll step the right foot back into our crescent pose. We'll make it work. Lifting the arms overhead. On the inhale, reach up through your pinky finger, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, bend the arms and bring them down by the sides so your elbows are lined up with your shoulders. into these cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, spin the back foot flat to face the long edge of the mat, keeping that front knee bent. Looking out over the front middle finger. Front knee is moving toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Warrior two. Inhale, flip that front palm up and rise, lifting that palm over your head into reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Let's bring that left forearm to the left thigh. Reach the right arm straight up overhead, maybe opening the chest and that shoulder. And then we'll reach that right arm out into the space beyond our head. So we're making a long line from the back edge of the right foot out past those right fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg. We'll cartwheel our hands back down to the ground here, so you'll rebend that front knee. Step back into your plank pose. Lower the knees, lower down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet here. And then exhale, step into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Bringing the arms up over the head. Good. And exhale, hands down. So I'm going to move up here because put this foot back and then you guys can see me. I won't have my back to you. So inhaling the arms up overhead and stepping that left leg back into crescent. Right, is that the right side? Taking a breath here. Good. Inhale, reaching up through the pinkies. Exhale, coming into those cactus arms, goddess arms. Opening the chest. Inhale, reaching up through the arms. Exhale, spinning that back foot. Front knee is moving toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Look out over that front middle finger. Strong and steady, warrior two. Inhale, flip that front palm and lift it up over your head. Reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, bringing the right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm comes overhead. And then that left arm moves out into space beyond the crown of our head. We have that nice long angle from the pinky toe side of the left foot out through those left fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg. We'll turn the toes in here, maybe in even a little bit more than the heels. Bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding forward, leading with the chest and the crown of the head. Maybe bringing your hands to the mat or hands to opposite, or to the ankles or hands to opposite elbows. Just releasing into this wide-legged forward fold, or blocks is an awesome option. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, either bringing your hands to your waist or maybe walking the hands up the legs to bring yourself up to a stand. And then we'll step the legs together. Good. Great. So we'll come back to the front of the mat. We'll inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into your plank. Lower the knees, lower the body to the mat. Inhale, cobra. And on this exhale, just push back into your child's pose. And let's just take a moment here to allow ourselves some well-deserved rest and an opportunity to reconnect with our breath. So finding the variation that's comfortable for you, either arms out in front or maybe arms extended behind you. Maybe your head rests on a block or on your hands. feeling the breath as it expands your ribs and your back, the front body, the side body, and even the back body touched by the breath. Inhale here, and on your next exhale, slide forward back onto your belly. Bring the hands down along your sides, palms facing down, pinkies facing up. Point the toes behind you. And as you inhale, keeping the upper body relaxed, start to lift the legs. Awesome. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Like you're reaching through those toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And this time we'll lift the upper body. So as you inhale, rolling the shoulders back, elbows move towards each other like you did in your cobra, but this time you're reaching back through the fingers, lifting that upper body. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And on the next inhale, we'll combine it and we'll lift both the upper and the lower body together. So inhale, lift everything off the mat, reaching long through the fingers, long through the toes, feeling the breath rock you back and forth on your mat. Exhale, lower. If you'd like, we'll do that again, or if you'd like, you could move into bow. So for that, you'll bend your knees, bringing your feet a little closer to your hips, and you'll reach your hands back for your feet or your ankles. And as you inhale, lift everything up, pressing your feet into your hands. Shoulders move towards each other, chest moves forward, head and neck in neutral spine. Feel that rock of the breath, and exhale, gently release back to the mat. Awesome, guys. Let's make a little pillow with our hands and just take a moment to rest here. Turn the head to one side and then to the other. Pushing up to all fours, crossing your feet behind you and swinging through to a seat. Good. Bring the soles of your feet together. Maybe giving yourself a little massage here. Little love for those feet and the ankles, Achilles. Maybe moving your legs like you're flapping those butterfly wings. Finding the position that's comfortable for you. For some people, it's with the feet fairly close to the body. For other people, it's with the feet a little further away. I prefer mine a little further away. You find what feels good to you. Inhale, lifting the chest, taking that nice deep inhalation. And exhale, just emptying of breath and allowing yourself to fold over those legs. You can use a block to support your head if you'd like, to get a little deeper relaxation here. On your next inhale, allow the breath to carry you back up to a seat. And exhale here. Let's take that one more time. Inhaling the chest forward. Exhale, folding over the legs as you empty of breath. Nod the head yes and no, releasing the neck. Just allowing yourself to surrender into this pose. If this is intense on the hips, you can move the feet a little further away, or you can place a block under each thigh or knee. Inhaling back up to center. Good. Extend your left leg out long. Press your right foot against the left inner thigh. And let's bring that left leg out at a little bit of an angle. We'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward, spine long. And again, you can use a block here to rest your arms on if you'd like to. And from here, as you inhale, kind of do a halfway lift and walk your arms out to the right. And see if you can fold down over that bent knee. You may find you need to stay mostly lifted, and that's fine, or you may be able to come down onto your forearms. Inhale, lift, and come back through center. And this time, let's exhale over that straight leg. Inhale, lift, coming back to the center. Exhale, fold. Giving yourself just a moment here. And then as you inhale, allow the breath to carry you back up to your seated position. Good. And we'll switch. Bringing the left foot into the right inner thigh. Right leg out at a little bit of an angle here. That block can be under the thigh or under the knee. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. To wherever your point is where you feel the sensation of that stretch. Remembering that yoga is not about touching your toes, it's about what you learn on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and walk it over to the left as you exhale down over that bent knee. Inhale, halfway lift, and then walk it over to the right. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Try a block under your knee. Does that help? And then exhale back to the center. And then we'll inhale to lift. Good. So now let's come back to our seat here. We'll just take a moment. 1 or 2 breaths here. And we'll move on to our back. So as you move on to your back, make sure you have enough room at the top and bottom of your mat. And on the inhale, hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a little rock back and forth. Knees can be close together or wide apart, kind of more towards the armpits, whatever feels comfortable for you. Rocking back and forth, maybe making some circles with the low back. And on your next inhale, hug the right knee in and send the left leg out long on your mat. Reaching through that foot as if you're standing on it. Maybe making some circles with that right knee and hip in one direction and then the other. Then bending the left knee and planting that left foot on the mat. Send your right foot up toward the sky. Maybe you reach and grab the back of the thigh and give it a little gentle pressure towards your face. And as you exhale, cross the right knee or the right ankle on top of the left knee. Good. For reclined pigeon, you can either stay here, or maybe you give that right inner thigh a little pressure to push the knee away from you, or you can reach through the legs, interlacing your fingers around the back of the left thigh as you pull the left thigh towards you and move the right knee away. You can also rest your left foot on a block, which gives you a little elevation, but is a little less strenuous version of the pose. Inhaling here, and then exhale, release both feet to the mat. Inhale the left leg in and send the right leg out long. Maybe making some circles with that left knee in one direction and then the other. Bending the right knee and placing the right foot on your mat. Extending that left foot toward the sky, active as if you're standing on it, as if you're trying to stand on the sky. Maybe interlacing your fingers around the back of that thigh with some gentle pressure toward the face. Exhale, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Staying here or moving into whatever version of reclined pigeon you choose. Inhale here. Exhale, release both feet to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open wide in your reclined bound angle pose. So this is like the butterfly pose, but we're lying down. This can be very intense for some people, so feel free to take a block and place it under each thigh or knee. Hands can rest on the belly or at your sides, or even on the thighs. We'll take just a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, use your hands to push your knees back together towards each other, bringing the feet back to the mat. Bring the feet closer into your hips. We'll move into bridge pose. Keep a block nearby so that if you'd like, you can do the restorative version of bridge. We'll move through a few flowing bridges first, and then I'll coach you into that version. Inhale, pressing into the feet and the hands. Start to lift your hips off the mat. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips, maybe walking the shoulders closer together as you lift through the upper back, maybe interlacing the fingers and reaching your hands towards your feet. Awesome. Exhale, releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, bringing the hips down one vertebra at a time. On this round, let's bring the arms overhead. So inhale, lifting the hips, sweeping the arms up over your head. Exhale, lowering the arms, lowering down one vertebra at a time, hands and hips finding the mat. Inhale, lifting, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, lowering everything back down. On this inhale, you're going to press into your feet, lift your hips. If you have a block nearby, take that block, set it under your sacrum, which is the lowest part of your low back. And on the exhale, release your sacrum onto that block. You can rest your hands on your belly. You can rest your hands at your sides, maybe even palms up here, as you are totally supported on that block. And just take a moment to take in the benefit of this gentle inversion, remembering you have 3 options here for height. Your block can be on the low, medium, or highest height, whatever feels comfortable to you. And it can be different every time. Just allowing yourself to relax into this pose. Inhale, lifting the hips, removing that block, and then exhale, lowering down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, bringing the knees into the chest. Send the arms out wide if that's comfortable for you. And exhale, lower the knees to the right. Your right hand can come to the top of the left knee. If the arm is not comfortable out straight, you can bring it to the waist, trying to keep that left shoulder blade heavy on the mat. Inhale the knees back to center, maybe giving yourself a little squeeze here, sending the arms out again and lowering the knees to the left on the exhale. Left hand to the top of the right knee. Gaze can be up or over either shoulder. Inhale the knees back to center. Give yourself a little rock here. And on the next inhale, curl yourself up into a tight little ball, flexing everything, your fingers, your toes, breathing in, sipping in as much air as you can, And just when you think you can't take in any more air, hold for a second, and then exhale, releasing everything down onto the mat and preparing for final resting pose or Shavasana. Now is a great time to put on your layers and move in whatever way you feel that you need to prepare for our resting pose. We'll take a few moments here, and what is one of the most important poses of our practice, it's our chance to integrate everything that we've done today and to allow the body to recover and rest and relax. Maybe bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart if that feels good to you, to connect with that breath, or hands can rest at the sides. Noticing the depth, the rate, the temperature of the air as it moves in and out of the body. Maybe allowing the eyes to close. And as we enjoy these last few moments of sunlight here tonight, imagining that the sun is sending a ray of light just to you. And this ray of light enters through the top of your head and goes all the way down to your feet, all the way down to your big toes. And as you rest here, more and more of this light enters you, enters your body, giving you this feeling of peace and warmth, filling your body with each breath. It moves from your toes to your feet, to your ankles. This light moves to your lower legs, your knees, your thighs, bringing with it this sense of peace, to your hips and your pelvis. This light moves to the low back, filling your body, your belly, moving with the breath, middle back, upper back, chest. The light moves to your shoulders and down your arms, to your hands, your fingers, almost like it's spilling out of your fingertips. Light moves up your neck, into your face, the muscles of the jaw. As your jaw relaxes, maybe your tongue relaxes away from the roof of your mouth. The light moves behind your eyes and over your scalp, so that your whole body is filled with these last rays of light on this beautiful first day of October. So we accept this as a gift that we give ourselves by coming here tonight. Just allow you a few moments to rest in that sense of peace, a sense of being filled with light. bring your attention back to the area around you, back to your body. There's an excerpt from the Radiant Sutras. Put attention into the luminous connections between the centers of the body, where the mind loves to dissolve. Enter that glowing net of light with a focus born of awe, and even your bones will know enlightenment. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe allowing that movement to move up the legs to the hips, up the arms to the shoulders, turning the head from side to side. On your next inhale, maybe bringing yourself over to your side and taking a moment in the fetal position. Just allowing yourself to ease back into the moment and to realize that however you feel right now, you can bring that with you and you can access it anytime that you need to. When you're ready, start to push yourself back up to a seated position. Maybe keeping the eyes closed till you get there, or allowing them to gently flutter open. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart center, pressing those thumbs into the heart. Thank you all for joining me. I'm so grateful that you show up every week and that we can do good for ourselves and for others at the same time. We'll inhale, thumbs to the forehead, maybe giving yourself a little massage here. And then exhale, release the hands to seal your practice.